Hello again, everybody. Nathan Mendel here with Mendel and Company Construction with your construction tip of the week. Last week I was given a presentation to a group of dentists called the Alpha Omega Jewish Dental Fraternity, and we had a time at the end of it for a Q&A session. One of the questions that came up that I thought was especially an interesting question was, when is it appropriate timing-wise to get a contractor involved? And I'll tell you how I answered the question, which is this. The short answer is the earlier the better, and there's a couple of reasons for that. And there's a couple of things that we do that I'm not sure that all other contractors do, but it's certainly something that you ought to ask your contractor if they can give you a hand with. So a couple of things on that. One of the things that we like to do is we do a review of a portion of the lease. We don't care about the entire lease. That's what you hire brokers for, and they're very, very good at what they do. But there's one piece in the lease called an Exhibit B. It's usually called a landlord scope of work. And essentially what it does is it defines the way that the landlord is going to turn over the space to the tenant. And what we find is that there's a lot of variables in that document. We have seen them where they have HVAC included by the landlord, or they have HVAC included by the tenant, and that can make thousands of dollars of difference in your build-out cost depending on who's paying for that portion. And there's numerous different aspects to that document that we like to review. What I told these folks at this meeting last week was that in general, we can save more than our fee on construction with the help we can give on this lease negotiation piece as a part of this Exhibit B. The other thing that we like to do is physically examine the space, and we're looking at the infrastructure of the space. We're looking at the structure of the space and how it's going to be used, the type of space it is, what it was prior, and then we're looking at the infrastructure, the mechanical, the electrical, the plumbing, and depending on how you're going to use that space, we are looking at, whether that's a fit and how many of those things are going to be needed. For instance, if you're doing a tanning salon, you're almost by definition going to have a very, very high electrical use. So what's there? Are we going to have to upgrade the entire electrical service, or do we already have a 400 amp panel existing and ready to go? Those types of things. Restaurant spaces are crucial as far as what the infrastructure is. Dental spaces are crucial as far as the infrastructure. Those are the things that we're looking for. So to answer that question, the earlier you can get a contractor involved, the better, and ask them to help you with that that portion of the negotiation of the lease that has to do with the Exhibit B. Nathan Mendel again with your construction tip of the week.